Hey guys, and welcome back to part 4 of the XSE scripting tutorials for your Pokemon ROM. In this video, we're actually going to cover the next step, which is to give an item. This one probably is a little easier than the Pokemon one, but I just wanted to knock it out instead and do the item later. So this is going to be the give item script. So go ahead and open up your XSE. And then go under File, open up your ROM, so that way it's nice and blank right here. Heck, I can go ahead and do it too because I'm not in my ROM. Alright, so you can tell whenever you start to type and this gear is nice and blue that you're actually inside your ROM, otherwise it's gray. So let's go ahead and start. Start it off like any other. Dynamic, normal offset, change it later. Alright, so we're going to make it to where the NPC actually gives us a item, and we'll make it only once. Once sounds good. If you didn't want once, then you would basically get rid of the flags, which is what I kind of showed you in the other video with giving a Pokemon. So we're going to make sure they lock. Make sure they face the player. Now we're actually going to check flag. So 1201. So it's going to check for that flag. If it's been done, let's go ahead and go to no more. If it hasn't, let me do message box. We could do a question here if you wanted to. It wouldn't make it too much more complex. It would bring in the compare mechanism to, check and see if it was, yes or no, and then you would be providing another pointer. So, I mean, it's up to you guys if you wanted to get more crazy with this. We're just going to make it to where he talks, he says something, he gives it to you, there's no questions. But you could say, do you want this or not? And then, say no, he doesn't give you anything, you say yes, he does. But we're going to make it pretty just straight up. We can get more complex later on. So just a normal box. Basically, this is him saying, here's an item for you. I have plenty of them, let me share. Now we're going to just go straight into the give item. Now there's 3 parameters to this. The first one's to add the item, so whatever the item number is. And I actually have a code list for the items. I can link you to where I found this. And these are already in hex. So let's get a let's go ahead and get a town map. So 169. So 0x169. Remember, it's already in hex. The actual item number is probably different. Now the quantity, we're only going to want 1. And then the message type, let's make it 0x0. Now what we need to do is, that's pretty much it actually. He'll talk to us, say give us the item, and then he gives us the item. And then we could add another message box that says something like don't use it all in one place or something like that, just like an after message instead of just giving it to us and shutting up. So, but we'll just go ahead and end it right here. So we'll release, I can never spell that correctly, release and end. So basically it locks faces the player, checks to see if the flag's good. If it is, then it goes to no more. But if it hasn't, then it goes to talk, which is, here's an item. It gives us the item, and then after that it releases and it ends. There's no need for fanfares like there was in the give Pokemon because giving an item by default has a chime to it. So we're going to go down here and we're going to do the no more pointer. So we're going to go ahead and do no more. And now we need to make this, basically you've given it to him already. Let's go ahead and set this. Actually, what we need to do down here is what I was missing, is set the flag. So set flag, this has already happened. 1201. That's what I was missing. So now if it checks it, it says no, it's already happened. We go to no more. No more has a message box of talk to, and it's just a normal message box. Basically this message box says, hey, I've already given you an item, you need to go buy more if you want more. Release and end. Now we need to set up the messages. We'll go ahead and do Control T for talk 1. Basically, you can set it up to whatever the item is. I'm going to set it up like he's an adventurer. So, some basic message. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now, like I said, you could add a question box here. It wouldn't make too big of a difference. Basically, you're just saying yes or no to it versus give it regardless. So we got our flags set. We've got everything looking good. Now what we can do is debug it. Everything looks good. And we can go ahead and find the new offset. So we go to Tools, Free Space Finder, open up the ROM. Alright, now we'll just shoot for about 250 and make sure we look at offset 8,000s or 800,000s. Search, the next closest one is this one. Copy it. Go up here, paste. Okay, now everything should be good. Remember, 1201 is what we need to. Actually, never mind. You don't even have to do that yet. Alright, so I'm getting ahead of myself. So go ahead and compile the script. We'll copy it, so now it's actually inside the game. Now we need to open up Advanced Map. What I was about to say was if you want them to disappear later, you would need to set the flag as that number, but we'll get into that later. So go ahead and open the ROM. We'll go to Pallet Town, because Pallet Town's a good test spot. So what we'll do is go ahead and, whoops, we'll go to Events. We'll scroll down here, and we'll hit up the change event number to 6. Scroll down to this, and we'll just put them right there. We'll make them look a little bit different. Actually, to make it even more funny, we'll make Pokemon that does it. Because all a sprite is a picture. The script can be whatever you want it to be. So we'll make this Clefairy be all like I'm traveling the world. Go here, go paste, leave the first 2 zeros. You can open the script to make sure everything looks correctly. It does. It's not a very hard script. And we'll make them look around a little bit. And that's about it. So we'll go to save. And we'll go ahead and open it. So leave. Alright. So it gave you the map. Notice it had its own little dun 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 chime. So there's no need for a fanfare. That's it. When you talk to him again, I already gave you a map. Now go explore. And that's it. Now nobody disappears or anything. So if you wanted them to disappear, which we'll get into later, you'd set that flag, that 1201, or for this guy, that 1200. You'd set that in the flag area on advanced map, and that actually makes them disappear afterwards. But it's whenever you go inside of a building or go on a route. Basically, you got to change the map, and when you come back out, they'll be gone. But there's a better way of doing that, so I'll show that later on. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's a giveitem script. Very simple. They can get more complex, and I'm pretty sure that I'll show a more complex version of it later on. But as for just basic stuff, that's pretty much it. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you guys have any other ideas that you'd like to see in a script form to see how it's done. Just post in the comments and I'll see what I can do. As always, all the information is posted in the description. Links to the item info is on a forum page, which I'll link to, which has pretty much all the tutorials that I'm teaching, just in video format instead of text. So the next one will be on something else. It'll probably be on another mechanic of the game. It may go straight into wild battles. I'm not sure yet. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you guys later.